I did a Varroa drop count, and they need treatment. I gave last fall. I gave them thymol treatment, but I didn't do the winter oxalic acid, the Christmas oxalic acid one. I missed that, and I think with the warmer winter, they might have kept up with some brood, which meant the Varroa population didn't drop over the winter.
What was the one you did in autumn?
It was thymol. You leave a
was that little dish thing?
Dish that you put on top, yeah.
It's evaporated up because it's from the warmth.
Yeah,
warmth.
from the warmth, and the thymol kills them, and it also kills them in the cells. But that obviously wasn't quite enough. So
I missed your last one when you were doing the check.
Yeah.
Did you put something kind of underneath the hive or something?
Yeah, you just slot a board under there with some Vaseline on or something sticky, and you count how many Varroa just fall through the hive.
All right. Well, over like a day, sort of 24-hour period, or over the week.
Yeah, because it can vary. Let's have a look.
Dad's seen loads of pollen coming in and out.
They're building up well, so it's not like it's not crippled them or anything.
No.
Which is good.
Hi, love. We're keeping the doglets in,
okay,
just in case.
Well, there's a lot of lot of wax building up already, isn't there?
They're actually doing pretty well. That's a lot more than the last inspection. So the Varroa, even if there is a Varroa issue, it's not like it's stopped them. So I just need to treat it in time.
Oh, careful, it's cracked there.
Is that the new queen excluder? Because you had the brown plastic mesh, but that's got a lip around it, hasn't it?
Yeah. So, well stuck down.
It certainly is.
They've been busy.
They should market it, then they should properly glue.
Yeah.
That's what they use it for. That's okay.
Wow, I can't believe how many there are already.
Yeah.
I was on GoFundMe this morning.
Wow. Blimey, that's a lot more than last time.
What, than when you looked?
Than when I looked, yeah, the last inspection. And it's nice enough there that I can actually like the frames out to have a look.
Yeah.
So this one is just honey.
How can, just looking down?
Well, yeah, and last time we checked that was solid honey, so
so they definitely had enough, didn't they, for winter?
Yeah.
How do you ensure they get enough food?
You can you basically you do an inspection and make sure they've got plenty, but you also have to keep an eye on the weight. Look at that.
Oh, it's brood, is it?
No, honey.
Oh,
Honey.
Wow,
Honey.
already.
Yeah.
How can you remember how much though would have been left over from winter, and when you, because I wasn't here when you did the last inspection.
Can't remember. So absolutely massive of honey.
So they're not going to go hungry.
Oh, that's honey for the hive, is it?
I'll keep this one out. Think about it.
A bit of
Give us
wiggle
a bit
room.
more space, yeah.
Queen never seems to. Can they actually fly?
Queen, yeah. That's
Of course they can, because they go swarming, don't they?
Yeah.
But she never does. She always just stays on one of the frames when you.
Her job's laying. If everything's going well, all she does is lay, basically.
Ooh, again, a stack. There's a more brown patch. That.
Yeah.
What is that? That's not brood, is it?
Crystallized honey. Because look, in those bits, it looks sort of a bit sort of
It's shiny.
sludgy.
It's shiny when it catches the light.
Yeah.
Do they fill kind of loads up?
They just keep sort of...
And then just cap?
Like they're halfway through, don't they?
They cap it when it's the right water content. Oh, I stabbed it nice.
So they just fill up loads of
crystallised honey.
Right. Why would that occur?
Well, all honey crystallises. It's just a matter of time, unless you keep it.
Oh,
hot.
From last.
Yeah, but if it's from last year, then it may well be crystallised.
Just looking for the queen. Because all the jars that you
They're
had,
still not crystallised, are they?
they still haven't crystallised. I suppose this is open to the air, isn't it?
No queen.
No queenie.
So
Oh, the girls are looking quite well, aren't they?
honey in that, yeah. The gloves, that's why it's tricky.
Throw them off.
Yeah, it's just easier to work with. I put them on for doing the smoky so my hands don't stink.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't remember when you did winter checks. Did you have a sneaky peek to see if they had enough food?
No, because you don't want to chill them down too much.
No. I was a bit nervous though, first winter,
Yeah,
knowing if they had any food.
You do a lot, you do lose a lot over winter, various things.
I'm just some spot touching it.
They've got loads of pollen.
They are busy.
How come the wax is so dark this year?
It gets darker and darker. Because when the brood's growing, when it finishes its sort of feeding phase, it defecates in the cell, and that makes it dark. So it's sort of the older the comb that's in brood anyway, the darker it'll be. Excuse me, bee.
Yeah, a bit near your finger.
So
there's another
thing
if you want one for your face.
The supers where it's honey, that doesn't go dark because it's just honey.
Is that pollen in those then? Or is that honey?
Oh, that darker middle bit.
No, the capped stuff there. Is that brood?
Capped is always honey or brood.
Right.
This stuff, capped, is brood.
Right.
You can see good illustration. There's some capped there.
Yeah.
That's honey.
Oh yeah,
you see, it's a bit different.
Translucent.
Yeah, there's the capping.
Yeah,
and
it's quite rough actually.
Yeah, squiggly kind of thing. And the one with the brood is more domed.
Right.
Yeah, and quite neat.
Yeah.
But then there's there's shiny stuff in amongst the cells in the brood.
Yeah, see, you can see.
See that? Why would that be? What stuff's in there? If that's the brood area.
I think it's still a bit of a mix of honey. Let's see if we can take this.
Right.
You see there's actual larvae.
Hang on. Whereabouts?
There's larvae in the cells.
Right.
So the queen's still laying.
Good. But you reckon she laid a few anyway? Over winter.
It's possible because it wasn't massively cold.
It didn't know.
So that's not good for the Varroa because ideally on a winter break you want a brood break, so there's no brood, so the Varroa's got nothing to sort of to replicate in.
Yeah.
To breed in even.
So at Christmas time, should you have used then another one of those little dishes of?
No, you use oxalic acid. You dribble it on or vaporize it. I'm getting a vaporizer.
On the actual frame?
To treat with this, but you dribble it on top of, in between, onto the bees.
Oh right.
And it's the oxalic acid.
Oh, I've got one here with loads of pollen. Let me just find it. Oh, there we go.
Keep it still.
God, really stuffed saddlebags. Can't see. Oh, that one's Actually, that's doing a dance as well. Nice to know their language, to be able to know what distance she's showing. I haven't seen the queen yet.
Still no queen, no queen cells or anything. And there was brood, and there's brood in here as well. See if you can see any eggs. If you hold it up to the sun,
come round.
You can see through it. So there's some really, really young ones.
Oh, I see.
Because it sort of shadows through.
Right.
So yeah,
it's quite a good view, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's absolute young. So the queen is still here. Well, unless she died today. So even if we don't find her, it's not a problem.
When's the new queen coming?
Well, I'm going to do a treatment when I get this vaporizer. I'm going to do 3 treatments of vapor 5 days apart, so it'll get all the bees and the emerging bees, because if you do one oxalic acid treatment now, yes, it might get all of the bees, but all a good chunk of the Varroa, potentially the majority, is actually inside the cells, and that doesn't kill those.
Right.
So if you do them 5 treatment space,
as they hatch out.
Yeah, then you get the ones that are hatching as well. And you can't do that dribbling it, because dribbling it is too.
It's a bit
too
rough,
damaging to
isn't
the
it?
bees. Well, no, it's too damaging to the bees because of the concentration. But when you vaporize it, it's a sort of fine layer everywhere.
Some more of those little bulgy cells at the top. Well, it'll be the bottom as you turn it over.
Ah, right, yeah. It's, those are drone cells.
Will they increase drones?
Well, naturally they want a certain percentage of drones in their hive. The foundation that we have is sized for worker cells, so that's why it kind of bulges out, because the drone cells are bigger.
They're bigger bees.
So they sort of bulge out.
Ah, right.
But if you don't actually give the foundation, they make a lot more drone cells, and
is that desirable?
No, for a couple of reasons. One, they don't do any work, so they're not good for sort of producing honey. And for another, the Varroa likes to use drone cells to reproduce in.
Right.
And they reproduce more in there, so it's not.
What, when it's been emptied or when it's in use?
When it's in use, they feed the young feed on the drone larva that's in there.
There either. That's next to last one, isn't it? Yeah. Unless I'm missing. She's got a green spot, hasn't she? Bigger and a green spot. Would that green spot have lasted?
Yeah.
Oh, different colour pollen there.
It's funny how much variety in the pollen colour.
I suppose living in the city, we get that, don't we? There's so many gardens.
Here's a good example. See that bee there?
Yeah.
It's pearl wings.
Oh, hang on. There we go.
That's called deformed wing virus. And that's...
Oh.
You see its wings are all stubby. That one can't fly.
Oh.
And that's caused... Varroa transmit that disease.
Right.
So generally in the hive, the reason that Varroa is bad for the hive, I see the queen on the next one by the way.
Oh, good.
Is not necessarily because of the actual Varroa itself, it's because of all the diseases that the Varroa spreads. And deformed wing virus is one of those. So if you see deformed wing virus,
you know you got Varroa.
There's a good chance that...
I suppose there'll always be some.
All hives pretty much will have Varroa. It's just how much, and that's when you decide to treat, is when it reaches a certain level. is when you need to treat.
They're a bit cross.
It feels a bit.
Yeah. Tricky getting that down because of just got a bit breezy there.
I'll only have a quick look on this one.
Yeah. But is it because the Queen's on that one? You thought you saw her, didn't you?
I definitely did, yeah. It's on the
Oh,
green
good.
spot.
Just now looking for the little winglets.
Jeez. There, I'll stick this one back.
Yeah.
Nice and big.
Yeah. Well, there's loads of food, loads of bees, loads of cells.
Yeah.
Queen belting around.
Nice and pretty full with bees. So yeah, it's looking good. And I'm gonna, because if you leave a Varroa problem, then then the hive can fail.
Right.
So even if it's doing well now, if I leave it, then in a little while, the population could just skyrocket and the hive crashes.
Oh.
So that's why you've got to
Gosh,
keep on top of it, and that's why you've got to keep monitoring the number of Varroa in the hive.
just by putting that sheet
Just by
underneath.
putting the sheet underneath, or you can do other things like collecting a sample of bees and then shaking them in a jar with alcohol,
All right.
and that and then see how much Varroa falls off. That's more accurate.
Seems a bit harsh.
Poor little bees, yeah. So they don't last for long.
You got enough room to get the other one back in. But what I seem to remember from last year when you were doing the Varroa treatment, you had to wait till we'd taken the honey.
That's the
It
thing.
contaminates the honey, doesn't it?
The thymol treatment you can't use when there's honey supers on, because it does contaminate. Because it's a very powerful smell. It will.
Oh, so it taints the honey.
Taints the honey. It's not like it's sort of poisonous.
Right.
It's not a good flavour. So that's why you need to have different treatments for different times. You could also potentially use formic acid strips, but that needs a certain temperature.
Right.
But you can use those with the with honey supers on. Perfectly okay, but you need to have a certain temperature, and we're not reliable on the temperature now for
No.
that. Since it's starting to pick up weather-wise, but not fully yet.
Actually, with this queen excluder that's a bit deeper, there's more build-up on the top of the frames, isn't there? Like
well, they'll always try and stick stuff together, but it was easy to come off. It didn't ping.
Oh,
You know, like the
and it
plastic
was-
one. It was.
Yeah,
glue
they
it all the
didn't
way
like
down.
that,
They
did
didn't
they?
like it being sort of thrown about. But, so yeah, it was much easier getting this one off than the previous.
That kind of looks tasty. It looks like toffee.
Yeah. But, yeah, so it's really, really good. They're progressing well, and it's also a hell of a lot easier to put on. These
Yeah,
ones.
because you wouldn't be able to get the other one on
other
without
one's
getting all of those
Right,
off.
yeah. All I need to do is make sure it's not on the edge there.
Oh, that's way
There we go.
easier because last year you had to clear the top of the
Yeah,
frames
right.
completely, didn't you?
So there's a good chunk of broods, lots of pollen, lots of bees. Even though it's nice days, a lot of them will be out foraging.
Yeah, yeah, because they're quite busy, aren't they? So
Yeah.
loads have already actually been busy for a while.
Yeah,
What are we now? Mid-April.
yeah.
When do you think we'd be able to
Well,
order the queen for then? If you're going to do that
I'm going to do the
treatment.
treatment. The vaporizer's coming in a few days, and then I'll need first treatment 5 days, second treatment 5 days, third treatment and then at some point after that I can get the queen and split this into 2 hives, judging on how well they're doing.
That's going
But
to
they're
be
both
fun.
doing well, so. Good job.
Excellent.
Thank you.